This is Jacoby Jones. Now you plugged in with Jay.
Yo, what's good? It's your homeboy T-Pain. Right now, at this very exact moment, you plugged in with Jay.
You plugged in with Jay right now. This is Jay O'Nash.
Turn up, turn up, turn up.
My boy Jay Perry.
You're listening to my boy, Jay the Plug.
My boy, Jay the Plug.
You're listening to my boy, Jay the Plug.
You're listening to my boy, Jay the Plug.
You're listening to my boy, Jay the Plug.
Jay the Plug.
You got many monies for many moons. You're listening to my boy, Jay the Plug.
Get plugged up, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Plugged In with Jay. I am here with the man, the most electrifying player from Super Bowl 47. No questions asked. My MVP from that Super Bowl, Jacoby Jones. How you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. I can't complain, man. You know, I'm up this morning, you know?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
I'm up.
The Lord has graced us with another day.
That's all we can do.
So here we go, my man. We'll get this going because I know you've got a lot going on, a lot on your plate. I know you're coaching now. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I'm at Morgan State, tight ends coach.
Yes, sir. You were at
doing that with a little bit of special teams.
Yeah, you were at Lane College.
Morgan State.
Right?
Yeah, I was at Lane College first. Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to be at Morgan State taking care of the tight ends.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, you know, I got to learn the inside out of the game. You know, the outside part of the game was easy. Now you got to learn that inside part. That's them different gap schemes and all that. You got to pay attention.
I got you, man. Yeah. So you excited to do it? Is it something that's pretty fulfilling to you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when I was playing, since I was in college, I was like, I think I know I'm gonna be a coach. You know, I used to pay attention to my coaches, and like when I was coming out to get drafted, so I came back for the spring game and coached the other team, the other side. You know, it was offense versus defense. So I coached. We split the teams up back to that year. So I coached the one side, the maroon, and I put up like 60 points. I was like, all right, coaching for me.
All right, man. So coming up in your football career, in your football life, you had a lot of naysayers, man. High school, college. Did that create a chip on your shoulder to get you to where you got?
Always, I was always told no, and people don't believe it. I graduated high school 5'7", 160 pounds. So I was overlooked. I mean, I was a fast kid. I was gonna play the game, but everybody was like, "You're too small," you know. Even Nick Saban told me to my face when I was at his camp when he was at LSU. He was like, "This kid's too small to play for me," even though I was killing the number one defensive back in the recruit. But I just took it, put it in my pocket. I just never took the word no. You know, so I was just like, all right, I'll show you.
Right.
And so sure enough, yeah, diamond in the rough.
So you were saying you were 5'7", 160 pounds? Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man. Soaking wet with bricks in my pocket.
And then you hit a growth spurt in college to 6'3", 200 plus pounds. Is that right? Like, just wasn't it like that?
Yeah. I was. Well, I mean, like I said, I had a drive, you know, and now the growth, it shocked me because I would call home like, "Mom, I need some more clothes." She's like, "I just sent you something." I'm like, "Man, I don't know what's wrong. It don't fit." So I go home for I think it was like a holiday, like Thanksgiving or something, and I'm standing outside. We on Canal Street, and one of my friends walked by. And I said, "What's up, man?" They looked at me. And he was like, "Kobe?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." They were looking at me like, "Bro, what happened? You on steroids?" Man, I ain't no steroids, man.
I don't think they make you grow taller. I know they make you get bigger. I don't know about taller.
Yeah, but the way where I just was dedicated, man. I just wanted to be like, all right, I'm out of the strong. At one point, I was struggling with 185. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Struggling. Yeah, I had an off-season trainer. Like I would find somebody to work out when we had our off season in college. I had to work at.
Yeah, man. And whenever you were a smaller guy too.
Yeah, so I stay hungry.
I hear you. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It probably built up that hunger in you as you were a smaller cat, and then you had the heart. You got the heart for it, and then all of a sudden you put that heart in that big frame. So then you start dominating.
Yeah. Goes up every time they'll be like, like every time those guys they gonna tell me, especially it'd be the upperclassmen. It'd be mainly them guys. They'd be the ones talking the most trash, especially when I was in my first high school. They'd be like, "Wait, watch out, look cool. We ain't ready for this." I'm like, "All right, I'll show y'all."
Now,
Oh yeah.
fast forward a little bit to 2012 season in the NFL. You had one hell of a go in 2012. Like, you've always been a skilled player. There's no question about that. From the days you were in Houston to all the way up to the Ravens to the Super Bowl and then afterward. But 2012, you were selected to the Pro Bowl. How was that? What was that process like? How was that experience?
It was actually a good one. You know, I mean, we had a heck of a run. I wasn't even honestly paying attention to the stats. I'm not really a stat guy, but like the game was just fun. Like, we was out there playing, wasn't even worrying about stats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see somebody else score, we were like, my dog, we were out there on the field goal ready to celebrate. You know, we didn't even care if I got the ball or not. I got the ball the whole game. As long as we see we winning. Oh man. And then so that when I got selected, Ray Lewis walked up to me and put his arm around my shoulder and said, "Hey, look here, young buck. You ain't going to the Pro Bowl. Just know that. It's just an award." I'm like, huh? And I thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, he's talking about we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I caught on to what he was saying.
So yeah, that's coming up here in a moment, man. But 2012 also, like I was saying, just a huge year for you. You caught the game-winning touchdown against the Broncos, which was called the Mile High Miracle.
Right.
That had to have been awesome, man. What was going through your head after you caught that ball?
Well, the crazy thing is, we do that in practice. And they say you play like you practice, right? So, like, we used to, you know what I'm saying, not taking off the air. Like, you know, we go out of nowhere, Coach Harbaugh would call a 2-minute drill and tell you what the time is on the clock. So Joe always would just tell me and Torrey, run. Just run. You know what I'm saying? No, just go. So what Joe would do is Joe would drop back, look down the middle of the field and stare at the safety. So if he could see that safety numbers, that's like a deer in headlights, right? He's like, I go get big, see the big old bright lights all going over here. He don't even know it. We just running. So in the game, I'm cold. It's cold as I don't know what. But all I know in my head was just run. Took off running. I'm digging. I was like, oh, he didn't throw it. I said, oh, he threw the ball. So I took off digging. I said, dang, this really happened. I'm running. I'm looking around like, and then you heard a rat piss on cotton because they got quiet. So I'm digging. They threw a flag. I'm looking around. I said, everybody running to him. I said, oh, there's touchdown. Like, there's touchdown.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
So in the Super Bowl, one of the plays, of course, that just stands out to everyone is you set the record for return at 108 yards. Is that right? 108, 109 yards?
I say 109, but of course they're going to say 108, but it's 108 in the books.
All right. What's 3 feet, man? So tell me what goes through your head, because you're one of the best return specialists, one of the best special teams players to ever touch turf, I think. So whenever you're standing there waiting for the ball to land, like, what's going through your mind whenever you're about to field that ball and take off?
The biggest thing is I have faith in the 10 guys that's in front of me. You know what I mean? I got faith in them, and I know where I got to be at, so I'm going to hit it 100 miles an hour. So the thing is, for a kick return, what I do is once the ball kicked in the air, I always stay in the back of the end zone. So when the ball starts to descend, I get the running start to run into it. So,
okay.
Because they get a head start at me, so why not get a head start at them?
Yeah.
So by the time I meet the hole, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I mean, we practiced that play all week. Well, when we first put it in, B Hall, my dude sitting next to me, he's like, bro, they ain't gonna let you take that out in the Super Bowl. Because earlier that year, I already had a 108 against Dallas.
On the Cowboys.
Right, and then I went 106 against the Oakland. So B Hall like, bro, they ain't letting you come out in the Super Bowl like that. I said, all right, bet. So when he put the play in, I go to Coach Harbaugh. I said, Coach, you gotta let me come out with this one too now, because this ain't nothing attracting for me. You like, all right, go. Okay. It's so enough when he kicked it, I say, oh, they effed up. I got to go straight down the hill.
Now, when you're looking forward with that ball, do you see openings like right in front of you, or do they just happen as you're running?
I'm wherever the hole's supposed to be, I just run bet out of hell and trust it. I get my ass waylaid, I get waylaid. If they miss me, it's a dream.
That's fabulous, man. So the Super Bowl that year was in your hometown of New Orleans.
Right.
Shout out 504, man, from Baton Rouge right here.
You did?
Yeah, you heard me? So How was the experience of having that Super Bowl at home and just dominating the way that you did, man?
That's why I was so comfortable because, like, I'm like, man, I'm going home and playing the dome. Like, I played my high school all-star game in the dome. You know, Jefferson Parish versus East. Yeah, come on, man. I'm like, I ain't never been in the dome before, so I ain't even get a haircut for the Super Bowl. I ain't even care. I'm like, I'm going home, man. I'm going home. I'm not getting no haircut. I know everybody down there.
You just comfortable, man.
Yeah, I was chilling.
That was great, man. You had a I heard about an exchange between you and Ray Lewis before halftime, like before coming back for the second half. Can you take me through that?
Yeah, man. I was in my zone. I'm running on the field. They called right before the kickoff. So he's like, "Come here, JJ." I'm like, "What?" So he started rubbing my chest. I'm like, "What you doing, man?" He said, "Man, just do what you do." I'm like, "All right."
Was he annoying you? Is that what it was?
I don't know what it was. It just kind of threw me off. I'm like, rubbing my chest for.
That's great, man. You were talking about Joe earlier about old Flacco. I remember a long time. I'm big into fantasy football, and he would always talk about how he was an elite quarterback, and I was one of the believers. I thought he was. He definitely had the opportunity and the arm for it. That being said, was this dude seriously breaking dudes' fingers and tearing webbing?
Bro, listen. This what thumb is it? Shit, I can't remember what thumb it is. This is my left one. This sucker right, he dislocated this thumb twice in practice. I'm talking about he tried to throw I ran a curl and he tried to fit it in the zone. And that sucker said, "Fuck up." I instantly pulled it back in. I was like, "Damn. Joe, throw the shit in the flat." Did it again later on. Fuck up. I said, "You throw that ball like that one more time, it'll be me and you." Pop my shit twice. So I'm walking around and doing preseason with a damn little half a cast tape trying to catch a ball. You know how hard that shit is?
I can imagine when as cold as it is up there. Oh my God, man.
Man, this was in the summertime though. That shit was, man, I was like, man, Joe, you got to be kidding me. That's like a pop out on the one.
I've always heard and read that he's got one of the strongest arms in the NFL, man.
Yeah. He could sling, but he got touch too though. He has touch. Mm-hmm. But he could any velocity you want, whatever distance you want, you can put it there.
He's a slinger, man. He's a great quarterback. I interviewed Darren Waller not too long ago, and he had played with Joe a little bit, and he was saying, man, anybody he's played quarterback with, that dude can fire it. Since it's incredible.
Bro, you can sling that thing. That's why I call him Smoking Joe.
Smoking Joe. Smoking
Joe.
Yeah, man. I've got to bring up this year's draft, man. When I saw you pop out on the stage, what caused them to start booing you, man? What happened?
Come on, man. You know Cleveland and Baltimore don't get along, man. Because you know Baltimore came from Cleveland. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I know.
And then like, you know, we go at it in the AFC, you know. So soon as I came out there to get the booing, I'm like, y'all can boo all y'all want. I mean, you gotta accept it. I got a ring. It's a fact. Like, I got a ring. It is what it is, man. And then what really hurt their heart, the dude we drafted was Ben Cleveland. Oh, that made it even worse. I was like, ooh wee.
I like the dance.
That made it worse.
You were going up the podium.
I had to give it to him.
That was great, man. That was excellent. So, like I was saying before, I started off the podcast as a fantasy football guy. Still am very much into fantasy football. Have you ever played fantasy football? What are your thoughts on it?
No, I hate fantasy football.
That's okay.
I really do.
I got no problem.
I hate it because, like, as a player, you got people come up to you out of nowhere and they be like, "Come on, man, you didn't give me no points this week." I'm like, bro, I can't got no control to get the ball. Like, what are you coming at me like that for? I be getting mad, bro. I be like, hey, don't even pick me no more then.
Man, I don't. Yeah, that's something I was talking to Arian Foster about it during our interview.
Oh, I know Foster. That's like my little brother now.
Yeah, he was talking about you too, man. We got something in that interview. I'll send it to you if I give a copy of it. So you can see. Good dude, man.
That's an asshole. Yeah, asshole. He an asshole. I love him though. I love him to death, but he's an asshole.
He's an asshole.
So he's very smart. Like he will disrespect you in the most smartest way, and it'll be like 10 minutes later before you catch it, and he'd been walked off, and you'd be like, "Hey, come here." You know what I'm saying? You be like, hey, bro, come here, bro.
The hell you call me? How many syllables is that word? Shit.
But he be saying he just said with the straightest face.
Uh-huh.
He'd be like, cause you know we would lock him, like he was right here. He can't. I don't know if he was a rookie.
Right.
So he was right here to the left. I'm like, I just look at him and be like, bro. He be like, what? What? Didn't he learn my middle name? Oh, that pissed me off.
Oh, he middle named you?
What? Like what? What, Rashad? Hey, bro. Well, that's the type of stuff he would do, man. Like for real.
Well, it's funny though, is he can't stand his name. He's saying he cannot stand his name. He told his mom forever. That's why he calls himself Bobby Fino now.
I know.
All you gotta do is just get back at him, man. Just be like Aaron.
All day. All day.
Man.
And the bad thing, we stay down the street from each other.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah, we don't stay far from each other.
That's cool, man. So he I asked you, I know we talked about your accolades in the Super Bowl and everything like that. I always like to ask this question to a lot of players is, do you have any specific memories or anything, like, you know, how you're talking trash to Aaron or anything that you got to experience at your time in the NFL that you want to share? Any memories that always come to the forefront if you ever, like, you know, if you're feeling nostalgic?
I mean, all of them, man, to be honest with you, because if you think about it, not many people get an opportunity to play on that level.
Right, very true.
It's only 2,000. It's only 2,000 some people that get to be in that locker room and put on the jersey.
Right.
So that's a memory I'll never forget. Period. To even play 10 years, whatever I played. You know what I'm saying? Just to step on that field and, you know, playing with GOATs. Yeah. I feel like everybody that, believe it or not, that got a chance to go in that locker room and put on your pads and get out there. I don't care if you even touched the field not one time, but if you out there, if you on the practice squad, you consider the GOAT to me.
Yeah.
You made it to the league, bro. You did the elite. Everybody in the league is an Avenger, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
The Avengers.
Yeah.
So
sure.
so I'm like, hey, that's my memory.
That's great, man. That's excellent. I know that's, anytime I ask that question, it kind of stumps people, man. Like, because there's so many of them. I know. I normally send a list of questions and stuff beforehand, so y'all get. So my bad. I know we've been going back and forth about it, so I appreciate your time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate your time, Jacoby. I know you are a very busy man, but this was a blast, man. I had an awesome time interviewing. Probably one of my favorite interviews so far. Because, man,
appreciate it.
It's really rare that you get to sit here and laugh with somebody like that. It's been great, man. You've been an excellent guest. I hope one day to have you back on whenever you take Morgan State to a championship.
Hey, I'm on a ride too, Shucks. Hey, I'm trying to get these tight ends right, baby. As long as they got to get down to that D gap.
My man.
They got the D gap.
All right, partner. Thank you so much for being on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining us. Jacoby Jones.
Appreciate it.